Hello and welcome to the Daily Fabric Fondle here at Cotton Meets Quilt Shop in Freeport, Maine. Today we're going to see what Michelle is doing. What are you doing today, Michelle?
I am fussy cutting.
Nice.
I like to fussy cut, so I am actually using Quilt in a Day Fussy Cut Trio Rulers. So this is what they look like. This one tells you at the top it's a 6.5. This one is, I believe, a 4.5. I can read through the, yes, 4.5. And this one is 3.5. So when I fussy cut, the first thing I do is I pick some fabrics that I think would be fun to fussy cut. Sometimes I have a project in mind and sometimes I don't. So right now, I found a bundle of some wildlife. So I thought maybe I would fussy cut something like maybe a fox or, let's see, here, oh, maybe a moose, maybe a wolf. So these are just some fun things that I would think about fussy cutting. And I'm going to open this fabric up and I'm going to look and see what might I want to fussy cut.
What do you mean when you say fussy cut, Michelle?
I am actually going to cut out just a certain part of the fabric. It's gonna, when I get done, the rest of the fabric probably won't be able to be used for anything, but that's okay. I will have the pictures that I want. So this one here is a beautiful fox. And I'm going to set this ruler on, and I think that's probably the size I'm going to use because it leaves me a little bit extra all the way around. And I think a 4.5, see, 4.5 I would be cutting off the ears. So for this particular one, I'm going to do a 6.5, and I'm actually going to cut it straight. You can also cut on a diagonal if you want. So I'm going to do this one straight. So I'm going to look at how big this is, and I'm going to put the cross right in the center of the fox. So that means I've got a little bit here on the top, same amount on the bottom, same on each side. Okay. Sometimes to make it easier, I will take a Fix-On pen and draw the square, because if I'm going to try and cut this with the ruler, I can't spin. The mat is too big to spin to cut around it, and I'm not going to try to cut this way and then this way. So it's easier to draw it on. See my lines? And then I will take the straight ruler and cut around my piece. And there's my fussy cut fox.
Ooh.
And I could always set it back on here and just make sure that I got it where I wanted it. And I did.
Nice.
So that's,
wow. What would you use that for now?
now I can use this as the center of a block, or I could just build up around it to make it a certain size and leave it as a square. So this one we cut square to use, and then this one I'm going to actually cut on the diagonal. So the center, and the reason it's kind of looks like it's a little bit kicked off is because I want to make sure I get this little baby in there.
Aww.
Cute, huh?
Yes.
I could push it over even a little bit more and get less of his body and make sure I get all of this one. So that's probably a good thing to do. All right, now I'm going to draw my lines. And then we have this on point. Probably should have pressed my fabric as well. Okay. So this could be used in a block such as, let's see, I've got a couple of books here. This block right here, I could substitute in for B, and I could do one with one type of animal, one with another, because this one's not on point, but you get the idea. You could use 4 different ones and use 4 different sections of your fabric.
And look at the sizes, how convenient. Right, you have a
Oh.
3.5-inch fussy cut ruler.
I do.
And you use the 6.5.
Here's a 3.5.
So some size options there.
Right. So 6.5. Also, for the straight fussy cut, this is actually the 6.5. But if we were to cut something with the 4.5, right here, I could cut something out using that. I could get this guy laying down. Nope, I don't have enough room where I cut this off. I do want to keep those because I am going to use them. Or I could use this 3.5 and get this little one playing, or maybe I could do the 4.5 and get both of these guys playing. And get part of Mom. So this is what's fun about fussy cutting, is that you get to choose the different pictures that you want or what you want to feature in your quilt or your tabletop or whatever you're going to do with that. But this is a cute one with the mom and the 2 little babies. If you wanted to do some fussy cutting, just cutting something out, we have different things. Like you could just cut out this welcome to Pine Creek Lodge and you could put that into a quilt. You could cut out the squirrel and go around. So I always like to find fabrics. These are out of my stash, and as you can see, I've been cutting this up because I like to do fussy cutting or featuring a specific part of my fabric. Have little, these are some things that we have that came in. It's a panel. Some of these are cute. And so I actually cut some of these up and used them in a mask.
Oh, let me put mine on.
So I fussy cut those blocks out and made Lori a mask, and hers says
The Sewn Ranger.
yeah. So
Thanks,
then
Michelle.
You're welcome. So I just built around that. So I'm going to show you the Shop Pop quilt that we used, the Churn Dash block. So here is the picture in the book, and the center is the square. So I fussy cut the birds in each one of these for the pattern. So the books that we were using to show you some of the different things you could do when you fussy cut is the Quilt Block Genius. So in here has a lot of different blocks.
Ooh, fussy cut could go, ooh, right there, right in the middle. Oh,
all of them.
look at that. Nice fussy cut right in the middle of that one.
Fussy cut that one,
Oh.
fussy cut that one, fussy cut down here if you wanted to. In fact, this one here might even, this would be a fun one for me, that I would fussy cut different things and put them in each one of these, because you can fussy cut a rectangle as long as you're measuring that you're in the center of what you're trying to get for your picture. Another one. So this book is wonderful. Again, Quilt Block Genius. And then this is the all-in-one Quilter's Reference Tool. And this gives you different mathematical things like quilt size in inches. If you're going to do a set of blocks, how many you would need. It's a diagram. But towards the back is what we were using. This is just some of the blocks that you can do. And again, churn dash is one of them. And it tells you what size you need to cut each piece of the churn dash. And if you're going to do a fussy cut of E, which is the center square, at 3.5, which there is this 3.5-inch square in that trio set. Or you could do a 4.5.
Which is also in the trio set.
Yes.
Yes. So many possibilities.
That's right. So much fun. And once you start fussy cutting, you fussy cut forever.
I have seen it happen, folks. It's true. Thanks for joining us on the Daily Fabric Fondle.